A physical challenge calling on everybody from elite athletes to the average Joe is quickly approaching.
7-4's Alyssa Heron joins us live from Fit for You in Grand Traverse County with training tips for the upcoming King of the Mountain and how you can sign up. Good morning, Alyssa.
Good morning, Brendan and Melissa. Joining me now is the logistics of King of the Mountain, Bob Gunther.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Of course. Now, he's also a trainer for King of the Mountain, and we have some of the boys out here right now that are getting ready for King of the Mountain. But, Bob, if people have never been out to this event before, what should they expect?
Well, the big thing about King of the Mountain is the elevation changes. It is an obstacle course. It is designed by the 182nd, which is more along the lines of a military obstacle course. But the big thing is the elevation changes themselves. We've made it to where just your average person is able to achieve and go through some of the obstacles here to an elite athlete here. So a lot of training more than anything is body weight training, such as Chris and Jake are doing right here. They're working on some cardio. We are going to have a climbing wall as well, and he's going on up that rope there. But the main thing is just going up and down the hills, up and down the hills.
Okay, so do people have to be a part of a team to do this, or can they also be a lone warrior?
Well, yeah, and you just said it right there. Lone warriors, there's two different divisions. There's team divisions, and then there is a lone warrior or an individual. Now, the teams must complete each obstacle before they can go on to the next.
Okay, so there's also a new event this year with King of the Mountain.
That is correct. We've worked with Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and we brought them in. We're going to have what's called Little Warrior, I believe, is going to be the obstacle course for the younger kids. Hey, you guys, you want to come on over here? And we'll show them a couple other things here. You guys go ahead and grab that medicine ball, and let's do some chest press. And again, remember, wide stance, get some distance, drive it through. Again, what we're working on here is just core strength, which you should be doing anyways, not just necessarily for King of the Mountain itself.
Okay, so give me some other tips of how people can prep.
Well, I would say the biggest thing is going up and down the hills. If you're not doing it now, start walking up and down the hills. Running is a good thing as well. Some of the teams that have repeated in the past few years, they're out there now running the hills up and down, walking the hills up and down. So the cardio is the main thing. The body weight training is a good thing here as well, working again on that core strength and your stabilization.
Wonderful. And how can people sign up?
Well, you can go to, I believe, UpNorthLive.com, or you can go to our website, which is the letter I, then M, then King of the Mountain.
All right, wonderful. Well, thank you so much. And coming up in the next segment, we're actually going to be speaking with one of the sponsors of this event. And once again, like Bob said, all of this information and more will be up on our website at UpNorthLive.com. Brendan, Melissa? Plus, we're here live at Fit for You in Traverse City talking about how you and your teammates can get ready for this year's King of the Mountain. Stay with us. You're watching 7 and 4 News Today.
Good morning, Alyssa.
Good morning, Brendan and Melissa. Joining me again is logistics of King of the Mountain, Bob Gunther. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, thank you.
Absolutely. So if people have never been out to the event, we were talking about it before, it's not until September, but kind of describe what it is.
Well, again, it's an elevation, it's an obstacle course built around Mount Holiday, so a lot of elevation changes. People can expect balance beams, climbing walls, just mud pits, all kinds of fun stuff.
Okay, now can anybody do this?
Yeah, basically anybody can do it. You can have your serious athlete, which there are some out there, and then they're also just for fun, just to try to improve your own time from the previous year, or just to work together as a team. As I mentioned, we also have a lone warrior. These guys are our young warriors right here, and they're just doing a little bit of training right here. They're working on rotational and core stability right here.
So if people are prepping with their team right now or by themselves, what are some of the biggest tips that you have?
Well, the biggest tips I could advise anybody is get out to Mount Holiday, walk up and down, get familiar with those elevation changes. But you know what? These guys are really the best tip. Just be a kid. Just do what you do every day, the kind of fun stuff that we used to do. Get out and play. That's what I say. Just get out and play and you'll be ready. Absolutely.
Well, Bob, I'm going to send you over to work with them. But over here we have Chris and Jake. Chris, you know, I heard you're bringing your whole hockey team out.
Yes, we are.
And who's that team?
Traverse City Pepsi, Bantam AA.
All right. So are you trying to challenge any of the other teams?
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll have to bring them on out by over here. Big Brothers Big Sisters Executive Director Cecilia Chesney, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So there is a new event this year, and I want you to tell me about that as a sponsor.
Okay, so the new event this year is the Young Warriors. So it's kids ages 8 to 14, and we have it's a shorter obstacle course, but just as challenging. And we have a climbing wall, we have a tire climbing wall, a regular climbing wall with the ropes. We have the unders and overs. Of course, we have a water slide that goes right down Mount Holiday, and there's going to be a big hose, a big water hose that is going to help the kids slide down. And then at the very end, there's a mud pit. And I know, like, what kid wouldn't want to do the mud pit?
I know.
Really?
Yeah. I want to be out there.
I want to do the mud pit.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And once again, we'll put all of this information on how you can register as a lone warrior or with your team up on our website at UpNorthLive.com. Reporting live in Traverse City, Alyssa Heron, 7-4 News.
Thanks a lot, Alyssa. And it's good to know that you don't, if you're not a really competitive person but want to try it out, you can still do it. You can hang out in the background.
Are you going to try it out?
I don't know if I'm ready for that. I know there's still time to do it, but yeah, this body's not ready for anything like that.
You never know what you can do until you try.
Only if you do it.
Maybe.
Yeah, now the
we'll
pressure's
look into
on
it.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.